Welcome back to more of Shit My Roommate Does. We have dinner.
Yes, the dinner edition.
Heyo, this beats breakfast wine. Well, maybe.
Breakfast wine's really good. We're going to do a breakfast wine episode.
Fairly soon.
Yeah. It'll be awesome because we're both going to have just been to the gym, so we're going to look extra ripped. And then we're going to make eggs.
Eggs
and wine. It's going to be awesome. So, we both went to the Midwest recently.
Yes, we did. I went to Council Bluffs, Iowa, which is shared with the town of Omaha. Really, it's the same place, but it's just separated by a river. I've never been to Iowa. I've driven through Nebraska once in my entire life. General opinions? Yeah. I'm weird. I'm a weird person, and the reason why I was actually in the Midwest was because I was there for a convention for suspension, which if you look at our first video on this website, YouTube account, whatever you want to consider it.
Yes.
That's kind of what we were doing out there, and that's a whole different thing within itself. However, opinions on the Midwest. Aside from being a very weird tattooed person, I think the thing that was so noticeable about the culture specifically was the clothing. Not so much the attitude, but the attitude associated with it. And you look back at, like, say, what people really wear to, say, go to church on a Sunday. It is their Sunday best. The hat matches the handbag, matches the shoes, matches the sweater, blah, 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 blah. People are very, very put together. And in Colorado, no. Just no.
Sunday best here. That's like, I have a job interview tomorrow. They told me business casual. My question was, which business casual? They said Colorado business casual. Colorado business casual is jeans and a fucking t-shirt. I'm going to put on a tie just to be cool, but...
That's a maybe. Right now I'm wearing yoga pants. This is like the 4th day straight that I've been doing that. Not these specific ones, but just because I had that many yoga pants that I can do that.
It's pretty much the standard uniform for girls on campus. Yoga pants and a t-shirt.
Yeah, it sounds about right to me. I mean...
And God bless yoga pants, but we'll leave it at that.
That's a whole different topic within itself. I'm a huge fan, personally, but that's just a comfort level. And let's face it, I do yoga. Sometimes. I haven't been able to since my suspension. But that's a whole different scenario.
Yeah, that's a lot of story that we'll go into at another time when we explain exactly what suspension is. With diagrams, photos, and a running dialogue from one of the greatest piercers in Colorado, her boyfriend, Nick. I love the guy.
He's a sweetie.
He is. Cheers to Nick.
Love you, baby. Anyways.
Back to the Midwest.
The big difference is, like, I don't know, Colorado, we don't give a shit. I love this state because we don't give a shit. Like I said, yoga pants, 4 days straight. But this is why we were able to, say, legalize marijuana. Things like that. We have a very, very relaxed attitude towards basically everything. Midwest, I did not feel that. I felt judged for first time in a while. Long time. I don't know. What do you think about the Midwest?
Well, I went to Chicago for the Cold Waves 2 Music Festival, which is a fundraiser to work with a group that works with suicide prevention, and I'll post a link to their website with this video right here, link to the website. They're still trying to raise some more money. They do incredible work in the Chicago area to help use music as a way to prevent suicide, but that's beside my point. I was there and also felt very out of place, but not while I was at the music festival, which oddly enough is where I thought I'd be out of place, because my friend John and I went, and we don't fit in a lot of places, and we go to things like this for the music, not for the subculture that surrounds the music. And when we show up in jeans and a t-shirt at things like KMFDM on October 23rd, we don't look right, we don't fit in, we're the weird people. At this, we show up in jeans and a t-shirt, and we weren't the weird people, which was pretty cool. But riding the L to get there, oh my God, were we the weird people, because we were in jeans and a t-shirt. we were not sporting sweatpants and carrying a bag and possibly hitting a crack pipe on the way. I'm cool with being weird because I don't hit the crack pipe.
That's cool. That's a very legitimate thing.
And yeah, it was very strange. Like, I've always been a minority, but it's very strange to be a minority.
I think, like, I don't know, basically, at least on my end, a lot of my, I think what we can surmise out of this, actually, is the fact that appearance is very much a choice. And it is a very good way of expressing yourself, as it's very in your face, and you can choose who you really are. We have very, very many formats throughout the entire world as to express that. And it's not so much a matter of, oh, I've got this tattoo and that makes me an individual. It's just the fact that you get to present who you really are on the inside, on your outside. Luckily, we live in an age that is generally really accepted.
Yeah. And becoming more so every day.
However, that being said,
You go to the Midwest,
and that completely changes.
like, even in a blue city in a red state,
Mhm.
it's pretty weird.
It is very bizarre. Like, I work for a, what, I'd say 10-digit-a-year company. Like, that's our general revenue. We're a big company. I make a shit ton of money, and I have my neck tattooed, and no one gives me shit. Everyone calls me the tattoo lady. That's fine. I don't give a shit, but no one cares so long as I do my job. I show up in the Midwest, and I look at someone's child, and automatically I am labeled.
And currently in my position, my boss has, and this will only be my position for a short time, please. My boss has several tattoos and some, like, actual facial piercings and pretty cool bar in his ear, and, like, you know, I mean, he's a cool guy. In Colorado, we don't pay any attention to that. It's like, yeah, cool,
It flies.
whatever. Like, he showed up for his interview in, like, a maroon or a purple suit that I was like, yeah, that's
Fucking
awesome. Like,
groovy.
this is not normal. Whereas the competition for his position showed up and she was the out of place one because she was definitely Midwest. And looked at me very weird because I was still using my cane, and looked very strangely at another student that was part of the interview process who was blind.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so this woman did not get the job because she has no tolerance for people with disabilities.
So I think that's like one of our big focuses here at Shit My Roommate Says, and it's not so much the self-expression thing, which we are very, very enthusiastic about. Nathan's very much an artist, and I'm just involved in culture. But we are working on focusing on, I don't know, tolerance across the board.
Yeah, like, our general attitude is who gives a fuck.
So long as you're comfortable with who you are. If you're not, if you can find a way to change it that makes you happy, awesome. I work now with someone who's transgendered, and I love the woman to death. She chooses to be a woman. She lives her life as a woman. I don't give a shit because she's the most fantastic employee we work with.
Yes.
Like, honestly.
And like I said, I used to work at a gay bar. That was probably my favorite job ever.
Girl, I want to take you to a gay bar. I love that song.
And on that note, we're going to take a brief break for yet another sponsor, but I don't know who it is this time.
I think it's our Primitive Soul Tattoo and Piercing.
Holy shit, Primitive Soul!
Primitive Soul!
Those guys are going to totally put holes in my face someday.
There you go.